Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. A neighborhood in Guelph is grieving the loss of a 38-year-old mother after she and her family were hit by a pickup truck Friday. The woman died. Her husband and 3-year-old daughter survived. Now people who live in the area are demanding action and increased safety measures. CTV's Alexandra Hollick joins us live with more. Alexandra, you spoke with people who live in that area where the crash happened. What did they have to say?
They're absolutely heartbroken, Leanne, and they're calling for a traffic safety review to see whether anything can be done to prevent this from happening again. Police say it happened just before 5 o'clock Friday at Alma Street and Paisley Road. They say the driver, a 19-year-old man from Northern Ontario, was making a turn when he hit the family. The driver remained at the scene, and police say no charges have been laid at this point. The mother, her husband, and their 3-year-old daughter were taken to hospital. The woman succumbed to her injuries while her husband and daughter were treated and released. The incident devastating those who knew the family and lived nearby.
Definitely shaken people in the neighborhood, and there have been a lot of near misses at this intersection, and so the fact that somebody lost their life has really, people have felt it really deeply. Sorry. And then it's also galvanized people to take action.
Guelph police are urging anyone who may have seen what happened on Friday or has dash cam or home security footage of the incident to come forward. Leanne.
CTV's Alexandra Hollick joining us live. Alexandra, thank you. A murder trial connected to a triple stabbing in Kitchener almost 3 years ago began today. Let's go to CTV's Tony Grace live in studio for a closer look at this and more stories we're working on. Hi, Tony.
Good afternoon, Leanne, and thank you. Dylan Moreira has pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend and attempted murder in the stabbings of his mother and his girlfriend's 7-year-old daughter. As the trial began today, the judge gave Moreira permission to sit outside the prisoner's box and beside his lawyer, as long as he remains shackled. First on the stand today was Waterloo Regional Police Detective Matthew McPherson. The court was shown pictures he took of Moreira and his mother in hospital on the night of the alleged stabbings, showing their injuries and also images of blood stains throughout the house. Now, the coroner who performed the autopsy on Moreira's deceased girlfriend is expected to take the stand tomorrow. 3 weeks set aside for this trial. Spencer Turcott has more from day one coming up at 6. Also tonight, you might have seen some of those pockets of damage around the region from that sudden and powerful Sunday night storm. Winds tearing down tree limbs and leaving debris scattered for crews to clean up this morning in various parts of Waterloo Region. The area of Sept Avenue in Kitchener hit particularly hard, with the intensity of that storm sending people running for cover.
And we just got in, and that's when it just turned ugly, like in like a minute.
And then all of a sudden we heard the wind kick up, and then about 2 minutes later a loud thud happened and a giant tree landed on my house. Yeah, so that was our experience.
A lightning strike is also being linked to a house fire. Nobody injured, but the damage was extensive. CTV's Jeff Pickle will have more on that tonight at 6, as I'm sure you and Ashley will right now, Leanne, as I send things back over to you.
Yes, Tony, thanks so much. We will take a deeper dive into the forecast with Ashley Bacon live in studio with us today. I want to start with that storm.
Oh, how could you not?
My goodness. Okay, so I was out last night.
Yes.
Getting groceries.
Oh, no.
And as I was coming out of the grocery store, this storm was wicked.
It was.
Oh my gosh. Running to the car.
Yes. I got caught in it. I had to pull over on the highway. I got caught in the thick of it with a bunch of other. It was terrifying. You know, it was put your 4-ways on and sort of wade out the storm for a few minutes. You had no choice. Everyone sort of stopped, and it just hit so quickly. You know, you watched that shelf come over Kitchener very slowly, unfortunately, but not slow enough for me to make it home all the way. Thankfully, I did get home safe. And sounds like most people did as well. I didn't hear any reports of collisions or anything of the such. So
I saw a lot of people just waiting out that storm, waiting to run out to their car and take cover, but it was pretty epic. It was crazy. Of course.
And of course, the rain continues, and it will continue. Let's have a look at our satellite here. You can see there's a patch of wet weather. It's still sitting sitting over top of our region. Now, that's going to linger around for the next few days. As we look into our rainfall amounts, we're still looking at around another 15 millimeters for Kitchener, Waterloo until Wednesday afternoon. But again, Leanne, that's not likely to move quickly through the region, and we are expecting further rain later in the week, of course, sitting at 24 degrees. So above seasonal temperatures right now, very warm indeed. Let's take a look outside. You can see, oh, rather to me, let's see what
we don't
you
have
need
our
to know.
live shot there, but we do have our need to know board. 57, the annual KW Oktoberfest. It kicks off this Friday. It's
I can't
crazy
believe
that we're already
how
here.
quickly.
It's pretty incredible.
Welcome to fall.
Yeah, there's so much going on, events, festivities. You can start checking it out Friday, and it runs until October 18th. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Kids are settled back into class now, and it's time to really check in to see if our routines are matching the back-to-school routine. That includes our oral hygiene routine. For that, we are joined by Dr. Mandeep Johal with the Family Dental Center in Guelph. It's great to have you here in studio with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, I'm excited to learn all about this because I think oral hygiene is so important. As kids are back in school, their routines are probably a little bit all over the place from what the routine was like in the summertime. So what's some advice you have for parents when it comes to getting your oral hygiene back in check?
September is the best time to reset everything because you're coming off this high of amazing summer, treats and camping trips and like really flexible schedules. So now that our schedules are more structured, maybe a little too structured with after school activities, it's like the best time to really put in more healthy habit routines. And the best way to do that is start now, but allow kids to actually choose their products themselves.
Okay.
So if you have like fun stuff, like Colgate makes stuff really fun and colorful. They have products like Pokemon and Bluey. Kids are more likely to brush your teeth and have higher compliance. You just want one less battle, right?
Wait, I kind of like this can adults use this?
Yeah.
This is fun. A watermelon burst. Like, I don't know what kid wouldn't like to use this as toothpaste.
That's what I mean. Less battles we have, the easier it is for us, right? So they make it really easy. And what kid doesn't love Bluey right now?
Yeah,
right?
It's all the rage.
But I will say, if your kids are under 12, please help your kids floss and brush before they go to bed.
Okay, flossing's super important, I think, at all stages in life.
All stages in life, but help your children.
Okay, so something else that you kind of taught me, which I didn't realize, sleep is so important for our oral health.
Yeah, so what ends up happening is if you have poor sleep, especially children, it gets missed quite a bit. So we're so focused on like the quantity of sleep, like how many hours a kid's sleeping. We're not really focused on the quality of sleep. So that's where I have like a sleep questionnaire that I give parents, more information about sleep and how it affects their concentration in school.
Okay.
And there's easy ways. So there's easy ways to help them with the quality of sleep is introducing vitamin D3. I love this company, Immunocytica. They're in Guelph. And this is not only going to help them make stronger teeth, improve their quality of sleep, but also boost their immunity. The season's changing, right?
Yeah.
You want to keep your kids in school longer. The best way to do is boost their immunity, get high quality sleep, and start supplementing with vitamin D3 would be what I'd highly recommend to all my patients.
And is this just a drop? You just drop right into your mouth, or you put it in your water?
You could drop it right in the mouth. It tastes really great. It's just very easy. But the best thing is you got to get tested because we are all, it's Canada, we're all deficient, but we're really deficient in the immunological levels that we really need for vitamin D3.
Okay, well, it's super important because we all want to stay healthy at this time of year.
Exactly.
I think that's a given. Okay, something else we want to talk about is snacks that your kids are eating, or maybe that you're packing for your kids for lunches when they go to school. There's healthy options that parents should be choosing, especially to help with our teeth and our oral hygiene as well.
Yes, so please stay away from processed cheese crackers. Fruit gummies is not really a thing. These are highly processed with a lot of food dyes. Stick with natural, like real cheese, real vegetables, cucumbers. There are alternative snacks that are really have less preservatives and less fillers in it. So try to keep it simple, but really our fruits and vegetables are key. And send our kids to school with water.
And again, we chose some fun cups so that they'll actually drink the water.
We got to make it fun for kids. Our parents' job is never really done. So the more we keep on snacks with us, healthy snacks, the more likely to eat them, and it'll keep their teeth nice and healthy too.
Okay, I have to ask you one more thing for parents and families at home. For their kids, how often should they be brushing their teeth per day?
So get that habit of brushing their teeth before they go to school, and right before you go to bed, brush and floss is key.
Okay, perfect. Great advice. Dr. Jo Hull, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Happy first official day of fall.
It is. I mean, just after 2 o'clock, we tipped over to fall. Goodbye, summer.
Yeah, and you know what? Waking up this morning, it certainly felt like it. It was so dark.
It was dark.
For the morning hours. I did not want to get up.
But warm. We are seeing above seasonal temperatures, and of course, I'll get into that in a little bit.
Humid
but it is warm, and that rain that we saw overnight and into today is causing a bit of that humidity. You know, that sun was trying to peek through a little bit earlier, but if we take a look outside, Leanne, you can see that it is still quite cloudy. This beautiful shot coming in from Guelph, thank you. It is absolutely gorgeous out. You know, you take a chance to get out there while it is still warm and while the rain is completely stopped at the moment. Now, that's not going to last for very long, so get out there while you can. Happy first day of fall and Monday, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let's take a look at our futurecast to start our long-range forecast. Starting in Kitchener, Waterloo, you can see there is a band of precipitation that is still hovering over our region. Now, that's going to sort of linger, move out, but another one will continue to move through as we get into Tuesday and into Wednesday. So we're not out of the woods yet with rain. Make sure you're packing an umbrella. You probably even need some rubber boots. It is going to get a little bit muddy out there over the next day or so. Looking at our rain amounts, we are still expecting to see around 15 millimeters for the region for the next 24 to 48 hours rather. And we're sitting at 23 degrees. So it is, as we mentioned earlier, a little bit warmer than our average high of this time of year, which is around 18 degrees. So it is feeling warmer. It's just a bit wet. Lots of people like that rain though, so make sure you get out and enjoy it while you can. Our records show back in 2019, it was 29.6 degrees, so it could be a lot warmer. Our lowest though, back in 1974, overnight was minus 1.7, so it can feel a lot cooler overnight, certainly. We are seeing a much warmer tonight, 15 degrees, so it is going to feel a little bit humid. You might even want to crack that air conditioning on maybe for another night or two, but it will start to cool off as we get into later in the week. Tomorrow, a high of 23 degrees, showers lingering around a 40% chance. So again, make sure you have everything you need to be prepared. Looking at our first 5 forecasts. 23 degrees and showers, as mentioned, for Tuesday, an overnight low of 14. That continues into Wednesday of 22, and on Thursday, 20, with an overnight low of 13. By Friday, though, that sun is looking like it will make an appearance, 30% chance for showers, and a high of 22, with those temperatures overnight dipping down to 11. Saturday, sunny, and 23.
It is officially fall, and you might notice lots of leaves around your yard. Well, there's some jobs you need to do to ring in the season. We are joined by landscape designer and outdoor expert Carson Arthur with some advice for you and your yards. Great to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel bad every time I come in. I'm giving everybody work to do, but I promise this is stuff you need to do and that you won't find online. So this is an important segment to watch.
Okay, and hey, we need to set ourselves up for success, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of the trees are already starting to change color really early this year because trees are under distress. So we're going to talk about some of the things that we can do for our trees to make sure that we're looking after them. And the first thing we're going to talk about is pruning and what to prune and what not to prune. Okay. So this is a cedar, and everybody's been emailing me saying, oh, my cedar's getting brown bits. Why is it all turning brown and yellow so early? This is normal for a cedar tree at this time of year. Okay. This section is the older growth. This is 3 years ago. All of the new growth at the top end is nice and green and healthy still. That means your cedar tree is in perfect shape. Even though it's turning yellow in the middle, but that also means you do not want to prune it, because if you prune it this time of year and you prune that off, nothing's going to grow there.
Okay, you're going to have an empty branch.
So we're not going to prune our cedars. No cedars. All right.
No pruning on the cedars.
Other evergreens like our pine and our spruce, much like the cedar, this little section right here is this year's growth. Okay, if you cut that off, It's not going to grow anymore. That's it. So we are not pruning our evergreens at all at this time of year unless there's a safety issue. If there's branches hanging over the house or you're concerned, those are the ones we want to remove.
Otherwise, don't touch it.
Don't touch it. What we can prune at this time of year are your deciduous trees, your maples, all of the trees that are having leaves turning color. They want to be pruned now. But I'm going to show you one thing to be careful of, okay? And this maple tree is a perfect example. This is showing up everywhere right now. This is called black tar spot, and people are getting very worried about the health of their trees from this fungal infection. Black tar spot will not hurt your tree long term, but if you compost these leaves, or if you put these leaves in your composter, or you mulch the area around the base of your tree, this is going to reinfect your tree year after year after year.
Okay.
So if you've got black tar spot on your trees, take these leaves and put them in the bag or the end of the street if you've got curbside pickup, or if you've got a fire and you're allowed to burn them, burn these leaves. Do not compost them. Yep.
Okay.
These are not, we're not keeping them.
Okay.
Now, you saw my pruners.
Yes.
New rule of thumb, no pun intended, when you're using hand pruners like this, do not cut wood bigger than the size of your own thumb.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the size of my thumb. This is the size I should be cutting. The reason why we're seeing more and more cases of people injuring their hand and their wrist all the way up from trying to cut bigger branches.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, because that's hard work.
It is, and we're doing a lot of pruning right now. And if you're at a desk job and then all of a sudden you go out and you start doing this, you can cause carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
So I want to be smart about that. That's why I love this guy.
This is a new tool.
Yeah.
New tool.
This
You're going to put me to work.
From Craftsman. You want to see this? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Try
ready
cutting
for
that
my
piece
pruning.
there. Watch this. Look at that. So I did 250 cuts on one battery. Now I tried to cut this with my pruners.
I don't.
And I'm like, I can't even break the wood. Like,
You're
that's
breaking
not
your
gonna
own
happen.
rule there.
Exactly.
It's bigger than the size of our thumbs.
So if you're cutting wood and you're out pruning your trees right now and you're going to be doing a lot, maybe think about one of these
This
guys.
was actually amazing.
Isn't
like
that fun?
how easy that cut is incredible.
Absolutely.
So fun.
The other thing to do, and we talked a little bit about what to do with the leaves. So if you're going to put them under your tree, chop them up with the mower. If you want to save them though, put the leaves in the perennial beds. Healthy green leaves that don't have infection, as they break down, not only do they look after the beneficial pollinators that live in the ground around our perennials, they feed the soil.
Okay.
So it's like nature's fertilizer. It's a fantastic solution that's free. So don't get rid of the leaves if you don't have to. Put them to use.
Okay, well, it's all great advice, and these are the jobs that we just got to get done this season. Carson, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
And we'll take you to break and tell you what you need to know. You can indulge in a variety of gluten-free products at the 5th anniversary of the Gluten-Free Fest. It's happening from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. this Sunday, taking place at Binghamton's Marshall Hall. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
At Kitchener's top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
Your Kitchener Rangers are back for another exciting season, and CTV Kitchener has your chance to win tickets. Want to see the Rangers take on the Owen Sound Attack October 3rd? Enter now for your chance to win at ctvkitchener.ca.
5K a day is back on 105.3
Virgin Radio.
Listen to Jeff KP and Backstage Ben for your chance to win $5,000
Every weekday.
5K a day.
Virgin Radio.
A decades-old tradition continued at Kitchener's Schwaben Club over the weekend. Bright and early Saturday morning, members were hard at work preparing hundreds of cabbage rolls ahead of Oktoberfest celebrations. You can watch the full video and read more about all the work that goes into place ahead of the festivities over on our website. Scan the QR code, download the CTV News app, or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. And now the final 5 stories we're keeping an eye on today. The province is preparing to begin its fall vaccine rollout. Over the coming days, COVID shots will be shipped to hospitals, long-term care homes, and other congregate settings. They will be followed by flu shots on the week of September 29th. Other people in high risk and priority groups, including people over the age of 65, will be able to access the shots from primary care providers as supply becomes available. The public will then be able to get the shots starting October 27th. A Puslinch bakery stand that runs on the honor system says trust was tested after a theft was caught on camera. The rustic oven stand sells eggs and baked goods. After items were stolen twice earlier this year, the owner had a camera installed. And this past weekend, they say they caught a man taking around $140 worth of items without paying. But the owner says the story took an unexpected turn after she posted photos and video of the theft online.
It was incredible. I was blown away. I thought, okay, a couple people might see it and, you know, whatnot, just to kind of also get the message out there. Someone must have recognized him or whatnot and messaged him. And then he was able to get back to me. He e-transferred. He said that the email was incorrect or something. It wasn't able to go or something of that sort.
The owner says one sour moment won't stop her from serving the community and that her shelves will continue to be stocked. A University of Waterloo student is using AI to help families save money on groceries. The student from UW's Stratford School of Interaction Design and Business has founded Scrimp AI, a free app that makes grocery shopping easier, faster, and more affordable by personalizing where you are, finding the deals, and creating a unique meal plan and shopping list catered to you.
Because it's easy to show someone a flyer or suggest meals or say, here's a shopping list, but it's really hard to make those things talk to each other. To go from flyer to meal plan to actionable list of items that you can buy, Scrimp uses AI to sort of connect all of these things for you so that grocery shopping and affordability becomes like a really easy 3-click process to solve.
Coming up at 6, CTV's Heather Centerin finds out why the creator of the app says the use of ethical AI is a game changer.
It's a unique kind of tight-knit community that comes with Waterloo that just felt different from the start.
And the University of Waterloo celebrated homecoming this weekend. On tap, a full slate of events highlighted by the Warriors football game against the Queen's Gales. While the Warriors lost 58-18, it didn't stop fans, students, and alumni from having fun and showcasing school pride. And finally for us, singer Harry Styles let his feet do the crooning on Sunday, running the Berlin Marathon. The 31-year-old ran alongside some 55,000 athletes taking part in the race. Reportedly, he used the name Stead Sarandos. The singer completed the 42-kilometer run in just under 3 hours. The winning runner from Kenya clocked in at just over 2 hours and 2 minutes. Wow, just under 3 hours for Harry Styles. Who knew he had time to do a little marathon training while he has all that performing and singing training to do. We'll leave it there. We're back at the top of the hour. Have a good night.